Oh my goodness. Hi, this is Badkalowski here. We've managed to get into the nerve center of Chris Beers' operations. So we wanted to come in, and we're actually in where he records letters to the editor. This is where it happens. We've laughed along with him. Over here, there is a statue of Jimmy Page. I'm like, who the hell? This is amazing. This is Jimmy Page and Robert Plant's 1995 No Quarter Tour pencils. I mean, who has that? I mean, he should be charging 75p on the door. I mean, I think he's just trying to have fun, inject a bit of British humour. So yeah, the door's gone. Hello, I think you're just as surprised as I am that I am sat here in the Letters to the Editor chair. But with the absence of Chris, they needed a short-term replacement. So Mr. Colin Peyton Smythe here to take you through the latest episode. Well, it's quite exciting, really, because I don't know anything about rock or metal, classic rock and metal, and I've had to have a crash course these last few days. So the producers, they gave me an album by a band called ADHD, called Power Age, I think it was called. And, it's chock full of riffages, I do believe, is the term. And riffages, and it got me thinking that in the classical world, that would be known as an ostinato, which is a repeated phrase. Anyway, I went onto YouTube and I noticed that the guitarist of the band was wearing a schoolboy outfit. And I thought, well, how strange, a grown man wearing a schoolboy outfit. And then it got me thinking back to about 10 years ago to my old mate Carruthers, when he was caught wearing a schoolboy outfit in his secret Mayfair apartment. He was handcuffed to the four-poster bed with a letter from his wife saying, "You effing." Then I came across some lyrics. There was one that there was a correlation between a car and a lady. And it said something like, she was a fast machine. She kept her motor clean. She was the best damn one that I'd ever seen. And I thought, I see the motor of a car. And then the lady, obviously keeping her motors clean. Well, we know what they're talking about that. Didn't realise that rock and metal was so salacious. It's right up my street. And then there was Fred Zeppelin singing about wanting to give you every inch of his love and then being your backdoor man. And I thought, Mrs. Peyton Smythe paid all that kind of caper way back at the beginning of our relationship. I was never handed the keys to her back door. And then I came across a band called Rainbow, and I thought, Rainbow was a children's program that I used to watch with my nana because Mummy and Daddy would be away a lot. My dad was in an orchestra. I didn't realise there was a rock band. The guitarist, Itchy Slackmore, he was basically playing Bach through a Marshall stack. Who'd have thought? Amazing. Really great. Came across Ryan's Maiden and Phantom of the Opera. Oh my goodness, what a riffage. Absolutely wonderful. When I think of Phantom of the Opera, I think of that god-awful West End musical. Whoa. Anyway, I better get on and read some letters, hadn't I? Because it is called Letters to the Editor. And I have an issue of this magazine called Kerrang! From 1983. I believe that this was basically the Rock Bible magazine. And on the front cover, there is a picture of, the guitarist of Slack Babbitt, and he's got a tash that rivals mine. I feel I must write to you to air my views on White Snake. The new album was strictly mediocre, even allowing for the internal wranglings of late. After seeing Snake at D-Side in 1981, I could hardly wait to see them again. So off I went to the Manchester Apollo on New Year's Day. But I'm sorry to say that, like the album, the concert was nothing short of a fiasco. After a good start of the old favourites, they were then reduced to an absence of the masterful Bernie Marsden. The middle of the set was reduced to a quagmire of uninspired solos, including a very run-of-the-mill Cozy Powell solo, including various stage effects that any self-respecting drummer wouldn't find any difficulty in performing. and that is from a P. Hughes near Warrington, Lancashire. Well, until the next episode of Letters to the Editor, where hopefully Chris will be back in the chair. Everybody take care, and I believe the metal sign is rock on. I believe, was it that? I'm not sure.